So, Montreal defenseman Chris Wideman did not take too kindly to emergency backup goalie Jett Alexander going in net in the final minutes of the Montreal vs. Toronto game. This is what Wideman had to say. They'll get what they deserve in a few weeks. Listen, I understand him being frustrated, and was it a little bit ridiculous when Toronto put out their top power play unit when they were winning 7-1? Absolutely, but at the same goddamn time, you are in the big leagues. You are in the best league in the NHL. You cannot cry and complain when you are getting spanked 7-1. They put the backup goalie in with a minute left to play in the game. Jett Alexander is a college goalie at the University of Toronto. He's one of their practice goalies. Just let the kid live out the dream of something that will probably not happen again. The only reason he was the backup to Samsonov was due to the cap situation the Maple Leafs find themselves in. They could not find enough cap to call up an AHL goalie. So they went with having one goalie on their roster and having Jett Alexander on an ATO to make sure that they were cap compliant. And you know what? I felt like showing Jett Alexander some love. Let's go into how he has played this season. For the University of Toronto in 22 games played, a 2.21 goals against average, a .927 save percentage, a 12-7-2 record with 3 shutouts. And in the playoffs, 6 games played, 2.72 goals against average, a .918 save percentage with a 3-3 record. Is this a guy that will ever make an NHL roster? Most likely not. Let this kid live the dream. He's a competent Canadian college goaltender, and he only played 1 minute in the game. I understand that Canadians could probably feel a little bit disrespected, but you're already being disrespected by getting pumped 7-1. And I've made videos on the Montreal Canadiens. I think their future is extremely bright, and it's just around the corner. Canadiens fans, do not take this as me saying that your team is terrible. I think there's major pieces that will continue to develop, like Caulfield and Suzuki. And with this upcoming draft, with the prospects you already have, you do have a bright future. But I do think Wideman's being a little bit of a crybaby with this. But I'd be interested to know your thought down below. Does Chris Wideman have a point? Was it disrespectful of the Toronto Maple Leafs to put in Jett Alexander? I'm Captain Paul. I'll see you in the next one.
Jett Alexander, perfect in the lead.